Hello everyone, welcome to round number 7 of the Superbet Chess Classic 2022 in Romania. In this round, we will highlight Firouzja's win, brilliant win over Linia Dominguez. This is actually Firouzja's first win in the tournament, and it brings him back closer to the 2,800 club. Let's check it out. Okay, Firo was white. He started with d4. Dominguez went for knight f6, c4, e6, knight c3. Again, the Ninzo Indian with bishop b4, e3, castles, bishop to d3, d5. Takes on d5, e takes d5, a3, bishop d6. Okay, we have seen this game between Wesley and Mamijarov. Bishop d6, queen c2, c6. All right. Although in that game, Mamijarov went for a6. Yeah. This time, Dominguez went for c6. Knight ge2, rook e8, bishop into d2, b6, f3, c5, g4. Okay. This is a typical reaction to f3. The point of f3, of course, is to control e4 and g4, just like the Botvinnik system in the Ninzo. g4, c4, bishop f5, takes. The pawn on d5 now is a target, the backward pawn. Threat would be g5 here. g6, queen g5. Knight into c6, castles. All right. Bishop f8, queen h4. h6, rook d1. Okay. b5 for black. Okay. The point of b5 is that if knight captures on b5, then we have rook d8 counter attack on b2. So it's not possible for white to capture that pawn. So Firouzja went back to queen f2. Queen to d7. Queen g2, bishop g7, black is just fine. h4, knight e7, all right, protecting d5, because here white is threatening knight f4, g5, and take on d5. So knight a7 was made, knight into f4, a5, all right, queenside expansion, b4 is coming up. 3-4-2, that's a majority for black, by the way, on the queen side. Knight ce2, preventing b4. Queen to b7. All right. The reinforcement to that b4 square. g5, knight's a race. White on the king side, black on the queen side. Who will win the race? Takes. Knight e7. Now we have an open h5. This is the only counterplay for white to go for the attack on the h5, because queen side is dominated by black. So king f2, all right, clearing the line for the rook. b4, rook h1, knight into f5, queen h3, knight into e7. Okay, the check on h7 is not so dangerous because the bishop is not open here. If this pawn is open, maybe the pawn is in g4, then we can go bishop h6, but it's not in this case. So knight g3, rook into a6, okay, protecting the sixth rank. a takes b4, a takes b4. Nice moment for Firouzja. Bishop takes b4, sacrificing his piece. b4, but actually, of course, the main point is, okay, sacrifice the bishop on b4, compensation, of course. You also have a threat on d7. Okay, knight fe2. All right, protecting the king, two knights beside the king. Rook d8, queen g4. Tricky move by Firouzja. Not going all the way to h3. That means he has something in store here. Queen takes b2, queen f4. All right. And here Dominguez did not sense the danger. Firouzja was already cooking on this queen g4, queen f4 move. Yeah, he's going for the typical exchange or rook sacrifice on h7, and he did it. Rook h7. Okay, an attack on the flank with the rook. The main point here is that if king captures the rook, then we have queen takes f7, and you cannot stop the mate on h1 because you cannot move back to g8. Yes. So that was the idea behind queen g4, queen f4, and Dominguez was not aware of that one, yeah. Or he lost his concentration. Of course, he knew this tactic, but sometimes when your mind is into something, you forget about those little details and these little subtleties of the game. Now, after knight c6, rook h7, it's actually winning for white after the brilliant rook h7 move. A bolt out of the blue. Rook e6, queen h4. Knight takes d4, rook takes g7. Two minor pieces for the rook. Especially two knights takes, queen takes d4, rook takes d4, and it's not so easy. Now this is winning because backward pawn, knight will target that one. The knight can just help each other out, yeah. The two knights tangle here. d6 knight into c3, blockade. No progress for the pawn. Takes, knight ge2, nice knights. The other knight can go f4, attack d5. King e5, rook g4. The king and two rooks are very passive, protecting d5. Rook g8, knight d4, centralized knight. Rook g5 check, target the d5 pawn. King f6, f4, nice. If white captures d5, it's also a possibility. Yeah, takes and takes. You play with the two knights. King can go to the pawn. Still, should be winning for white also, but Firouzja didn't want to rush things. He knows that d5 is always there. It's always a target. Rook gd8, rook e5, centralizing the rook. Rook g5, okay, just gaining time, knight f3. Rook g1. Okay, he wants to transfer to the other side, yeah. e5. A change of front, we call it a change of front from the king side to the queen side, but still the target is a d5 pawn. So rook d8, 94, back, not allowing rook to b3. Rook d7, rook a5, and now g5. I don't know why g5 was played, but anyways, black has nothing to do here. d5 is the target, knight takes d5, and now rook c5. So g5, f5, into b2, king f3. Rook b2, knight takes d5. After c3, okay, black's last trick, last hope. Because now if you capture in c3, he had this rook takes d4, takes on d4, rook d3, although it will still be winning for white here with king g4. Yeah. Rook takes e3 and king takes g5. He still cannot stop these two pawns. But Firouzja was alert also, safer is knight e6. And here, Dominguez resigned. Firouzja's first win, and it brings him closer to the 2800 club. Now his rating goes back to 2799.4. All right, we still cannot round it off to 28. If 0.6, we can round it off to 28. 2799, a point back, yeah, point behind 28. So okay, a win tomorrow will bring him back to more than 28. So this kid is actually a potential challenger. Maybe after the candidates, who knows? The candidates is just around the corner. It will be in June. So who will be Magnus Carlsen's challenger? We will find out. But at the moment, we will just continue to cover this Superbet Chess Classic 2022 in Romania. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting our channel, Charles Slash Chess and Charles Slash Entertainment on Facebook and YouTube. This is Coach Oliver. Stay safe, everyone. Bye-bye.